Many of you have probably taken what's called the political compass test. I want to be a little bit cautious about this. I cannot vouch for the political compass test's ability to place you on the map. But what I do want to defend is the two-axis model that it argues for when looking at political questions. So if you think in your mind of an x-axis and a y-axis, on the x-axis are left and right. Those are political left and right. On the y-axis are authoritarians on the top and libertarians on the bottom. So libertarian here does not mean economic libertarian. It means people who favor liberty as perhaps the highest human value. Now, the reason I raise this is because I'm ever more convinced that left and right are not particularly meaningful axes at this moment in history, and there's a reason for that. I find that I have very easy, comfortable conversations with libertarians on the right, in the bottom right-hand quadrant of that map. I am far over in the bottom left-hand quadrant of that map. I am a left libertarian. The fact that left libertarians and right libertarians get along easily owes to the fact that we have almost complete overlap in our values. If I, as a left libertarian, ask a right libertarian how they feel about a fair system, they favor it just as I do. And the reason that they favor it is quite clear. The reason they favor it is because a fair system works better. The more people who have access to the market, the more people who are capable of innovating and delivering things to the market, the better the market discovers new things that are valuable. So a true right libertarian favors a fair system, and a true left libertarian favors a fair system. Where we differ is over policy. Those on the left are traditionally a bit over-enthusiastic about meddling with a system in order to make it better, and they tend not to appreciate the full significance of the unintended consequences that tend to come along with policy. Those on the right tend to be a bit overly cautious about tinkering, and so they will shoot down a proposal that might in fact be net beneficial because they fear the unintended consequences perhaps more than they need to. But in an era where nobody on left or right knows what policies we should be advocating, there's very little reason for these two quadrants to disagree. We agree on what a good society would look like. We may not agree on how fair society is presently, and we may not agree on the wisdom of tinkering, but we agree that fairness is a good thing. And the really important point is that we also agree that authoritarianism is a great danger. We should be united. Those of us on the libertarian left and the libertarian right should be united against authoritarianism in all its guises. Now, this actually provides a strategic advantage if we take it seriously. And the reason that it does is that the authoritarians on the authoritarian left and the authoritarians on the authoritarian right do not like each other at all. They don't get along, and they cannot team up. So, to win this battle, the right approach is to recognize the natural allegiance based in values of libertarians on the left and libertarians on the right, and to confront the authoritarians. Having won that battle, the proper thing to do will be to recognize that the solutions that have been embraced by libertarians on the right and libertarians on the left are all inadequate to the problems of the 21st century. Socialism isn't going to get us out of this. Libertarianism isn't going to get us out of this. We actually have to sit down with a fresh sheet of paper and start thinking about what kinds of solutions are adequate to the challenges we face. We need to recognize that the solutions that were proposed in the 18th and 19th centuries are, all of them, not aware of the danger that evolution in markets and in political structures poses to whatever solution making you would be tempted to engage in. That, on the one hand, might be a bit frightening because it suggests that nobody has the answers. But I would submit to you it also suggests that the possibility of a much better future might simply be a matter of confronting the question with fresh eyes. Thank you.